Hello there, CryptoQ Media. I'm glad you're back on my channel. Some people are still scared to invest in cryptocurrencies because of the steep fall of XRP and Bitcoin and the market as a whole. There is, of course, the possibility that the market might decline soon. After consulting with various specialists, we have settled on this as the most probable outcome. Still, markets tend to bounce back eventually, no matter what happens. Based on the short-term price activity, I do not believe we have entered a bear market or anything like. But individuals are readily influenced by what's happening right now, and they base their poor financial judgments on that. I get it, folks are talking to each other about XRP and the market in general. For your review, here is the headline. Crucial support is provided by XRP as the insane selling pressure fades. Furthermore, this story is not all there is to it. Eric Ries is immediately monitoring the Doge XRP and Cardano metric signals. Plus, I'll let you know right away in the video that we'll be covering the details later on. But what they're highlighting is that XRP is undervalued right now based on one metric that an on-chain analytics company is keeping an eye on. Consistently, isn't that how it turns out until you come to, you have no idea how undervalued it is. And this is what happened with XRP in the end. The market will react in the same predictable way if Bitcoin occurs again, it will go completely crazy. You will hear me say that XRP is too pricey at some point. Eventually, everything will become too expensive. That is going to happen right now. I think this is just a chance for someone to shine, and I can understand how some people would use it to their advantage whenever they felt the need. I don't have any kind of financial knowledge or advice, and I want to be clear about that. Also, you can't utilize what I say or write to get into any kind of business transaction. I'm just an interested observer who enjoys making YouTube videos regarding cryptocurrency. That is, just for fun and enjoyment. There is a current market capitalization of 55,389, a crypto fear and greed rating of 28, and XRP is selling at 41.50 per Bitcoin. Therefore, it is evident that the markets are frightened. In fact, since September, we have not experienced such a high level of fear. Look this over. Here is the long-term monitored fear-greed index related to crypto. Make sure this is on the 1-year track. You are being presented with September 12th. Although it's not quite that low, it's getting there. I said what I often say, at some unspecified point in the future, we will be back in extreme greed. As we got near the end of the phases, terrified, we endured the inevitable. Our score for this year was 90 out of 100 by March 5th. You can cry all you want on September 12th. And to top it all off, you were completely unaware of what was coming next. I mean, you gotta wonder, was it all worthwhile? The market isn't going to freak out, and no time has passed. Which means it doesn't matter if you have a long enough time horizon. As long as you can discern that tendency, this asset class will not vanish but will instead expand in size over a long period of time. That is why I have been emphasizing it over the last several days. It is worth restating. A bear market and subsequent roaring recovery are inevitable market events, no matter how many experts say otherwise. There is no need for concern because everything is confusing. Months ago, when we were all very greedy at the start of March, I naturally predicted that we would face dread and big fear at some point in the future, maybe not tomorrow or even very soon, but certainly. We are once again filled with fear as a result of this. Big pullbacks like these are expected even in bull markets, therefore I don't see it as a sign that the market is no longer bullish. I will foretell that, due to our fear, excessive greed will rekindle at an undisclosed future date. I don't see why anyone should feel guilty about this. It is an undeniable truth that this will only go up. I won't even pretend to if I do. Furthermore, it is not always true that all coins will see record highs in the future. It is a baby asset class. I'm not making any claims, but if we're talking about asset classes, then absolutely. However, it has a 15-year history. The possible profits are minuscule in comparison to investments in the stock market, property, or precious metals. At a time when money is tight, I think it's fantastic that we have this opportunity for what could be a life-changing windfall. That is truly my sincere intention. I am still interested in you, even though my investment strategy has not altered. I share your eagerness for things to happen quickly and my interest in what may or may not transpire in the near future. I am capable of being quite patient, though, if they are not interested. It will not change the current situation, in my view. Regardless, I am intrigued. One of our analysts, Matthew Hyland, has written this essay to debunk this hopeful narrative that many professionals continue to believe. For this purpose, Hyland even brought up a level that we need to achieve. A lot of market watchers think this means a bear bar has formed. However, I can't say for sure that any of the analysts whose work I follow hold this view. Every single one of them is on my mind. Some individuals find it ambiguous. More information is needed so that we can be sure. This makes sense to me. Having said that, I have failed to observe anyone proceeding beyond that. But as Matthew Hyland pointed out, the assertion that we are in a bull run and going upwards would be rendered moot at a precise level. What really stuck out to me was that it was seen by respected crypto chart experts. Here is the Bitcoin USD chart and commentary given by Matthew Hyland. He believes that Bitcoin has broken out from the consolidation area that has been in place for several months, and he also has the relative strength index RSI at its lowest point. Bitcoin needs to drop below 38,000 before its rise can be considered complete. To stop the rising when it's still fully intact. But listen up, folks, lower price targets are in the works thanks to this weekly breakdown, and level 38,000 is the target. You would have seen that I included a link to one from Dependable Crypto about 30,000 if you have been following my writings. Right now she's saying that she thinks a lot of sell pressure would be needed to get there. I would be completely fine with that if it genuinely falls below that. Yes. Frameworks and confirmed. We can talk about more intriguing topics. Do you think that's doable? It is understood. Is it possible? Indeed, the likelihood is quite low. I don't think it will because everything you would expect at this stage of the cycle is happening. Why do I think this time things will be different? History does tend to repeat itself, doesn't it? He elaborates by saying that Bitcoin would need to close back into range at least once a week for this to be rendered irrelevant. It is less likely that Bitcoin would close back in the range as it closed lower than the current weekly close. During last year's 25,000 Bitcoin price, the weekly RSI almost fell to its August-September lows. Positive divergence may occur if the RSI keeps falling as a result of another red weekly candle. Although he acknowledges the possibility of going lower, he asserts that it will not impact the overall perspective. Taking a broader perspective, the numbers will go up in the end. Bull run. It means a lot to me that you've subscribed and watched my channel. Later, I will see you.